For decades, the armed forces of the Philippines relied on hand-me-downs, aging ships from World War II, patched up and barely seaworthy. These vessels, once symbols of hope and resilience, had become reminders of a time when the country had little choice but to accept whatever was available, no matter how outdated or worn. These relics, dubbed the Ghost Fleet, symbolized a deeper vulnerability, a nation dependent on the surplus and goodwill of others, unable to chart its own course or fully secure its future. The sight of these rusting ships in harbor was a constant reminder of the country's precarious position. When new threats emerged, the Philippines had to accept whatever was offered, always a step behind, never fully prepared. The nation's defenders were forced to make do, adapting to equipment that was often ill-suited for the challenges at hand. The bravery of Filipino soldiers was never in doubt, but their outdated tools left them at a disadvantage. Their courage was tested daily as they faced modern threats with equipment from a bygone era, relying on ingenuity and determination to bridge the gap. As tensions rose in the West Philippine Sea, the limits of this second-hand strategy became undeniable. The stakes were higher than ever, and the need for a capable modern defense force was clear to all. The Ghost Fleet was outclassed by modern adversaries, exposing the country's inability to defend its own waters. The imbalance in naval power was stark, and the risks to national sovereignty grew with every encounter. This was more than inefficiency, it was a threat to national survival. The nation's leaders could no longer ignore the urgent need for change, as the consequences of inaction became painfully clear. The realization set in, relying on others was no longer an option. A new mindset began to take hold, one that prioritized self-reliance and the development of homegrown capabilities. The Filipino people, proud and independent, saw their territory encroached upon, their protests ignored. Their voices grew louder, demanding action and a stronger defense of their homeland. The story of the Ghost Fleet is not just about old ships, it's the prologue to a new chapter where the Philippines would define its own destiny. The fading image of rusted hulls gave way to the promise of renewal and transformation. The nation was ready to build, not just receive. A new era was dawning, one where the Philippines would stand strong, forging its own path and securing its place on the world stage. The decision to build a homegrown arsenal was born from a mix of frustration, urgency, and a growing sense of national purpose. For years, the Philippines had relied on foreign suppliers for its defense needs, but this dependence left the country vulnerable and unable to chart its own course. While neighbors like Vietnam and Indonesia invested heavily in developing their own defense industries, Manila remained stuck importing weapons, watching as others grew stronger and more self-sufficient. The contrast was stark, and the need for change became impossible to ignore. Escalating pressure in the West Philippine Sea made it clear, a nation's voice is only as strong as its ability to defend itself. The growing tensions underscored the risks of relying on others for security, and the urgency to act became undeniable. The Self-Reliant Defense Posture, or SRDP, was launched, not just as policy, but as a bold declaration of intent. It was a promise to the Filipino people that the nation would take control of its own destiny. The goal was clear: end dependence on foreign hardware and cultivate a robust local defense industry. This meant building everything from vehicles to advanced weaponry right here at home. Filipino engineers, scientists, and manufacturers were called to action, tasked with turning vision into reality. Their expertise and creativity would be the backbone of this new era. The government invested in research and local manufacturing, betting on Filipino talent and ingenuity. This commitment was about more than just equipment. It was about building a foundation for the future. Why import patrol boats when the Philippines has a proud shipbuilding tradition stretching back generations? The answer was simple: it was time to trust in local skills and resources. Why buy munitions from abroad when local factories could make them, creating jobs and expertise in the process? Every bullet stamped "Made in Philippines" was a symbol of progress. SRDP was about more than weapons, it was about jobs, innovation, and national pride. It was about uniting the country behind a common goal and building a future Filipinos could be proud of. By building at home, the Philippines could insulate itself from the unpredictability of global politics and embargoes, ensuring that its security would never be held hostage by foreign interests. This was a long-term investment in true independence, a commitment to self-reliance that would pay dividends for generations to come. The birth of SRDP marked the start of a new, resilient republic, one determined to stand on its own feet, defend its sovereignty, and inspire pride in every Filipino heart. The Filipino arsenal isn't about aircraft carriers, it's about practical solutions for real challenges. Locally built patrol boats and multi-purpose assault craft now patrol the archipelago's vast waters. Fast and agile, some are even armed with missiles, giving them teeth against larger foes. On land, the government arsenal produces ammunition, rifles, and mortars, ensuring steady supply for the Army and Marines. Filipino companies are developing light armored vehicles tailored for the country's unique terrain. The Air Force, with local partners, is building drones for surveillance over the West Philippine Sea. These drones provide real-time intelligence, tracking foreign vessels and illegal activities. Filipino software engineers are creating secure communication networks, linking ships, vehicles, and drones into a seamless defense web. This integration is as vital as the hardware itself. The new arsenal is defined by innovation, practicality, and Filipino ingenuity. The rise of a domestic defense industry gives the Philippines a real shield in the West Philippine Sea. Instead of slow, aging ships, modern patrol boats now assert a credible presence. These vessels can quickly respond to illegal fishing and harassment, shifting from passive protest to active enforcement. The strategy isn't about provoking conflict, but about gray zone deterrence, meeting aggression with a persistent visible presence. Local production means more ships, more coverage, and a stronger defense web across contested waters. The 2016 Hague ruling favored the Philippines, but without enforcement, it was just paper. Now, Filipino-built vessels turn legal victory into reality, protecting resources and sovereignty. This new shield is forged from steel, national will, and the rule of law. The message is clear. These are our waters, and we are here to stay. China's strategy in the South China Sea underestimated the Filipino spirit. Beijing saw a weak military and expected compliance, not resistance. But every act of harassment only fueled Filipino resolve. The push for self-reliance became a national cause, uniting the country. China's pressure backfired, sparking a surge in military modernization. Filipino innovation, long overlooked, was unleashed by necessity. New, capable vessels in contested waters surprised Beijing, but the real shock was the awakening of national determination. Instead of submission, China faced a more assertive, unpredictable neighbor. The Filipino spirit, once underestimated, became the region's wild card. National pride and ingenuity proved to be the greatest surprise of all. Self-reliant defense is more than security. It's an engine for economic growth. Building patrol boats, vehicles, and drones creates skilled jobs for Filipinos. Local supply chains flourish, supporting small businesses and driving innovation. Defense manufacturing pushes companies to upgrade technology and quality, making them globally competitive. Military R&D often leads to civilian breakthroughs, stronger buses, better navigation, smarter disaster response. Over time, Filipino-made defense products could become export successes, boosting prestige and influence. The economic impact is a virtuous cycle: jobs, innovation, and national resilience. Investing in defense means investing in the nation's future. The arsenal is as much economic as it is military. Building the tools of defense at home transforms national identity. For generations, foreign-made warships reinforced a sense of dependency. Now, Filipino-built vessels are symbols of sovereignty and capability. This pride unites the nation, transcending politics and forging a shared purpose. For the armed forces, new equipment boosts morale and professionalism. Soldiers, sailors, and pilots feel valued and empowered. The process challenges colonial mentality, proving Filipino skill is world-class. Every ship, every drone is a declaration of independence. The pride forged in shipyards and factories is about more than weapons. It's about a confident, self-assured nation. The Filipino arsenal is a source of unity and inspiration. The Philippines' self-reliance is already shifting Asia's geopolitical landscape. It shows smaller nations they can stand up to bigger powers and inspires regional defense development. The US-Philippines alliance is evolving, now a partnership of equals, not patron and client. A stronger Philippines contributes more to regional security, strengthening alliances with the US, Japan, Australia, and India. Within ASEAN, a confident Philippines could lead on maritime security, pushing for unity and joint action. Most of all, Beijing must now recalculate its strategy. Filipino defiance disrupts China's timetable, raising the costs of aggression. The region's balance is changing, and the Philippines is at the center of that shift. The tides are turning in Asia's most contested waters. Today, the Philippines is forging a new future, one shaped by its own vision and determination, a future that rises with the sun over Manila's bustling skyline and the calm waters of its bays. This future is being built in its own shipyards, powered by the skilled hands, an unwavering spirit of its own people, who labor day and night to turn blueprints into reality. The era of dependency is ending. The nation is stepping out from the shadow of foreign reliance, embracing a new era of independence and pride. The nation is investing in itself, channeling resources and hope into its own industries, and laying the groundwork for a stronger tomorrow. The journey to self-reliance is tough, marked by obstacles and setbacks, but also by resilience and courage in the face of adversity. It demands political will and unity, a shared commitment from leaders and citizens alike to move forward together. But the foundation is set, and each new vessel launched is a testament to the nation's resolve. Filipino ingenuity and determination are transforming vulnerability into strength, turning challenges into opportunities for growth and innovation. The new arsenal is a statement of sovereignty, a clear message that the Philippines will stand strong and defend its future. It is also a promise to future generations, a pledge that they will inherit a nation capable of protecting its people and its dreams. This transformation echoes from the heart of Manila to the farthest fishing village, reaching every corner of the archipelago. There will be setbacks, but the momentum is real, and the determination to press on is stronger than ever. The synergy of government, military, and industry is building not just weapons, but peace through strength, forging bonds that will secure the nation's future. The Filipino arsenal is an arsenal for peace, a shield for its people and a symbol of hope. It ensures the nation's resources and rights are protected, safeguarding the seas and shores for all Filipinos. The sound of hammers on steel is the sound of a nation rising, each strike echoing the dreams and ambitions of a proud people. The dawn of the Filipino arsenal is here, bright and full of promise, and its light is spreading across the archipelago and beyond, illuminating a path toward a secure and sovereign future for all.